Hello, gorgeous. My name is Jessica Angeleri, and I'm a feminine embodiment and erotic mentor and guide. And if you know my work or if you've seen some of my other talks, I do love to speak about sensuality and pleasure and guiding women back into reclaiming their power through their radiance, through their pleasure, through their sensuality, through embodiment work. So today I wanted to speak about the reasons for bringing in, cultivating sensuality into your life. Now, I could speak about this for hours, but I thought I'm going to make it simple. I'm going to choose 5 reasons just to make it easy for us and more digestible. 5 reasons as to why I believe bringing sensuality in your life is necessary and vital for you as a woman. Now, we might think, what is the key to smoothing out repetitive triggers that continue to play out in our life, or the pain that sits in our body? Because pain does sit in the body. It remembers pain. Or what is the secret to radiance and sexual confidence? Or what can help you uplift and allow you to really enjoy your beautiful body with no resistance, which I know a lot of us women hold, is that resistance to really feel into that pleasure? Or what can guide you into spiritual connection and leadership, moving through self-doubts? Or what can you do to help you live a life that is allowing pleasure into your life? And that is sensuality. Your sensual practices, your sensual journey is the answer to this. It is your sacred power. It is your prayer as well. It is your prayer to that pain or sadness or grief that we go through. It is a secret power of ours that we're not using. And it is this drive towards your pleasure and radiance. So taking on a sensual practice is much more than just doing a sexy dance or doing something nice for yourself as a woman. And it's not confined to one moment or something that you just do in the bedroom, something that we just limit to what we do in the bedroom. Sensuality is your way of being. It's a way of life. And yeah, it's true embodiment. And this is an infinite way of tuning into our spirituality. But developing a conscious relationship with your body and turning it into a sacred love affair is a life-changing experience that can help you access deep intimacy. And it can help you come into that state of peace, of relaxation. It's the pathway into self-leadership and success in all areas of your life. And in ancient times, developing a sensual practice was part of this process of initiation into womanhood. It was a practice of initiating yourself into yourself as a priestess or a healer, or any role that was meant to be part of your soul's calling. So sensuality is the pathway into touching the goddess within you as you make love with life through your senses. And sensuality continues to be essential for any woman who wishes to create a life filled with joy, peace, and deep, authentic love for herself, so then she can have that deep love and intimacy with another. So yeah, I want to mention, I've already mentioned and touched on some reasons, but let's dive into 5 reasons to really start bringing sensuality into your life. So I want to dive deeper into this. And of course, there's more, but this is a great place to start. So the first reason to bring sensuality into your life is that sensuality is a woman's birthright. It is your birthright. When you engage in sensual practices, you become more connected with yourself, with your partner, and spirit. But this is not what we have been taught. We often believe that sensuality is some sort of sexual act or a performance. But as I said, sensuality is not confined to a specific moment. It's an ongoing state of your being. It's about feeling alive, feeling free in your mind, body, and soul. And this is true mastery, self-mastery, and self-leadership. Because when you do this, you take ownership of your own life and how you desire to feel. So when a woman is tuned into her turn on, her pleasures, she takes control of how she desires to feel. And in this way, we never become a victim, right, of our own life. We never give our power away. And if we do, it's okay. I mean, this happens, but we know how to return back into the body, attune back into our pleasures, and activate our sensuality to remember our own leadership, that we are the creators of our own story. And when you are tuned into your turn on, you become more aligned with your purpose. You feel more successful in your life. And your sensuality, it melts into every part of your being as you dance and as you wake up to this profound connection with your lower chakras, which is where we ignite our sensuality. And then when we combine that with the heart, we then move forward with our life with integrity. And we then embrace our sexual energy, not as something to be afraid of. Instead, we recognize that this is our magical force for life. So yeah, sensuality is about becoming aware and fully expressed in your womanhood, which is your birthright. Your erotic expression, which is you in your natural expression, is your birthright. And this is a true power. There is nothing sexual or anything to fear. And yes, your sensuality will be the doorway into having more intimate, beautiful, delicious experiences with your own sexuality. So it's the doorway into sexuality, but it's not limited. It's not confined to that experience. So yeah, sensuality is how you develop and drop into your healthy feminine expression and access your natural magnetic potential, which is your birthright. So the second reason to bring sensuality in your life is that it helps you to relax and unwind. The idea of slowing down, especially for women, and relaxing can feel difficult. It doesn't come easy for us to slow down. And this is one of the main things that I hear from women of all ages, of all backgrounds, no matter what they're doing in their life, what kind of job they have, or what kind of social or cultural family situation they're in. It is a common theme, this difficulty of slowing down. And that's why sensuality guides you into helping you to relax, helping you to attune to your body. The only way that we can unwind and truly relax is when we're plugged into our body. And this can feel harder than we might expect. We know that slowing down and relaxing is needed, but why do we resist it so much as women? Our nervous system is not rational. So we can't simply command it. We can't just say, I need to relax. And there you go, relaxation happens. We don't just say, okay, now I am just turned on and I'm so in my body right now. If we're not used to doing this and rewiring our body in this way, this can feel difficult because naturally we are not wired in this way. And it's because this culture moves so fast. And this does not serve our feminine to thrive. This culture values production, fixing fast, talking fast, processing fast, working out fast, fast results. And all of this way of living pulls us away from our own connection, authenticity, and it moves us more into perfectionism and into overdrive. And then we think that there's something wrong with us, right? Or we're looking then, or we're seeking quick fixes. And so we've communicated with our nervous system and brain that it feels more comfortable to be in a state of stress. And then this is what leads to self-sabotage, because we haven't fully dropped in, or we haven't practiced this process of sensuality, which requires us to feel safe in the body and to slow down. We put those delicious deep belly breaths or slow sensual hip movements. We put all of those delicious, slow, sensual ways of moving through life as unimportant. We put it on the back burner. So we don't value the act of just being, right? And enjoying our own presence or our delicious touch or our slow movement. Now, the easiest way to start practicing sensuality is through feminine rituals, like I was just mentioning, through breath, sensual touch, erotic movement, all of these ways that can help you activate your senses and help you slow down and unwind and just feel comfortable to be here, right here in this beautiful womanly body that was gifted to you by the divine. So that was our second reason of bringing in sensuality and why it's important. The third reason to bring sensuality in your life is because sensuality increases your vitality. A common thing that I have witnessed with women when they come into my spaces is that they hold on to this idea, or the limited ideas, I should say, for why they are not beautiful. Therefore, why they can't experience their sensual body or experience real, deep, beautiful, soulful intimacy with themselves or with a partner. Many women don't realize that their vitality and their radiance is activated when they are connected with their body and nature. And we are nature after all. The feminine loves to be nurtured by Mother Nature, and this is why she's here for us. She's here always as a gift of nourishment for us when we need it. And this is why using her elements to help us enhance our senses, connect with our senses, is a real beautiful pathway into sensuality, and it creates a foundation of our vitality, fertility, and sensuality. Our connection to Mother Earth, when we use our senses, expands our ability to feel passion and to really feel into the blessings around us and within us in each moment, so we can feel into the blessings and gratitude that really is, it's so important, and a secret actually into our radiance, into activating our radiance. So opening your senses and becoming aware is a feminine practice that allows you to start experiencing the depth of your sensuality. And that's what feminine practices are about. Really, yes, connecting with your body, but also knowing that your body is this portal into really touching and listening and feeling the divinity that you are. Now, the fourth reason as to why you should bring sensuality into your life is because sensuality helps you open for intimacy and eroticism. And many of us believe that intimacy and eroticism are outcomes of chemistry and being with your beloved only. Again, intimacy is not limited to what we do in the bedroom. Intimacy begins with the relationship that you have with yourself and how much you allow yourself to soften and connect and surrender and to open to pleasure. How you allow yourself to get present to what is truly there, dark and light. So intimacy through your sensuality can then, of course, teach us how to guide our beloved into slow sex, into enticing our senses and melting into pure pleasure that you can experience on your own or with a partner. So cultivating sensuality is accessing your eroticism, which is simply embodied presence. It's about being tuned into what is alive within your system and your environment as well. This is what sensuality brings to us. And when we nurture it and make this part of our way of living, we feel more pleasure, joy, and we feel more alive, and we feel more connected to that feeling of love. And through that, we feel expansive. And then we're not afraid of our dreams, and we desire bigger, and our standards rise as well. This is true self-love. So it allows us to be in our natural essence, sensuality. I mean, if you look at children, they're sensual, embodied beings. They know how to invite pleasure into their life. They know how to interact with life. Their senses are deeply opened and expansive. So they don't limit their aliveness. They are fully alive. But then something happens in our life where we begin to block this aliveness. And then that is where we block our radiance, our true radiance as women. So as I said, your sensuality allows you to be in your true natural essence. And this is how we allow ourselves as well to be with the most darkest moments, with those moments of devastation or grief or sadness or shame or anger. But when we invite in sensuality and we live from that space, we also know that we have agency and we have a choice to come out of the darkness, to meet with that pure bliss of being alive again, because we know how that feels. We've practiced it. So our sensuality raises our vibration. It teaches us how to awaken the senses and build that erotic momentum, and really allows the Shakti to guide us through this realm of pure pleasure. Now, if you want to know more about erotic embodiment and what that is, I have done a video on that, so you can check that out. Now, my loves, we are on number 5. Sensuality is what ignites your life force. And I suppose that really ties in with the last one that I mentioned about eroticism and intimacy. Sensuality ignites your life force, that aliveness. When we are plugged into our sensuality, we put our yoni, our pussy, into the driver's seat. She is the portal to feeling and knowing sensuality. And when your yoni is in the driver's seat, when she drives your life, when she becomes your guidance, you will then be taken towards your soul's purpose. I promise you. So sensuality is where you are turned on in life. And when you are turned on, you are plugged into your power as a woman. It's how you move through resistance and take ownership of your own life. When a woman chooses this sensual journey, she turns on her radiance. And I know I keep saying that, but I will continue to say it because we don't realize that this is where it all begins. When you are tapped into your yoni, into your pussy power. And when you are tapped into this, you switch on your spark for life, which is everything. We require this spark to know that we are the co-creatresses. We co-create with the divine. We create our own story, our own life, and we can then really attune to the infinite source of power. And we know this when we are tuned into our yoni, the great portal into touching the divine within you and around you. Just saying that makes me feel delicious and turned on. And this is how you become inspired, how you create, how you receive your intuitive guidance, how you move in the direction of your desires. And sensuality is the step forward into tuning into this. It will lead you into greater confidence about your place in this world. And you will understand when your doubts or when your shame is guiding your life rather than your yoni. You'll always know then where that switch is for that radiance. You'll know where your spark is because you've tapped into that already. And remember, you have access to this light in any given moment. So, my loves, thank you so much for listening. I hope that gave you some insight into sensuality and how it really plays such a big, important part of your womanhood, an important part of your leadership, of your sexuality, of how you relate to life, how you relate to yourself, how you step it up in your life as well. And if you want to go deeper into exploring all these layers and learn practical and tangible ways to cultivate sensuality in your day-to-day life, then remember to sign up for my free 7-day program, Erotic Feminine Embodiment, and really get your sensual sexy back in a way that feels authentic and non-invasive. These are tangible tools to help you step forward, to help you step towards cultivating sensuality in a really gentle and fun and delicious way. And of course, we can go deeper into this journey of sensuality when we work together through specific feminine practices and rituals to help you reclaim your feminine power and immerse yourself into this art of sacred sensuality, which is so life-changing, so healing, and so nourishing and soothing to not only your body, but your soul and your mind as well. So you can get in touch with me anytime, or you can find me on jessicaangeleri.com. Thank you, my beautiful, gorgeous women, all my beautiful, lovely sisters who are here watching. Thank you so much. My name is Jessica Angeleri, and I'm sending all my love and passion and sensuality to you. Mwah.